provides alignment and balancing, center and rim jobs, personal, conveniently located on an advanced view.
Oi.
Yeah, I did fix myself.
What is happening, Carib Boys and girls? This is your boy Carib Boy with another Pokemon TCG video. Another video that I am so excited to bring and report to you, the Carib Nation. Today, I couldn't stick. I come home around midnight and I say I have to work on this video and put it out in the morning. Y'all, Carib Boys and girls, I just came from the largest Pokemon TCG tournament ever in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, ever since we became official, or so my research has told me, alright? We had 32 players present for the MVE Collectibles Pokemon League Cup today. Oh my word. Let me tell you, I was so happy, so happy to be part of this event today and to see how much the community has grown. It is such a joy for me to report this here to you. And of course, we have to bring a recap of the tournament and let you know how things went, how your boy Carib Boy performed in the tournament. Yes, of course, I had to take part and compete.
Performance anxiety.
And of course, we had a lot of fun, though the competition was stiff. And let me tell you, well, I will run through my matches, but you will see how much of a tough time Carib Boy had. But listen, it doesn't matter with this community. Honestly, winning, losing, it is always a joy, a real joy to be in the space. So as I said, we had 32 players in the League Cup today, which gave us 5 rounds of Swiss into top 8 best of 3. The Swiss rounds were best of 1. So your boy Carib Boy, as I was saying, had a really tough time. And I must admit, it was probably one of my worst performing tournaments. Nonetheless, you know Carib Boy, I always have fun and I enjoyed myself at the event. But let me get a quick rundown of how my rounds went. My first round, I played against Rogancy, big up Rogancy, playing the Arctina. Now, this game was really back and forth. Well, Rogancy was in the lead for quite some time. And well, your boy Carib Boy get to finish the Dialga Vista. And after some quick testing, decided that he wanted to give Dialga a chance in the biggest tournament, the last big tournament, the last cup of this season. And well, I won't say that it was a bad choice because I didn't do well. Sometimes that's just how the game goes. It just didn't work out this round. But this game was probably my favorite game of all my rounds because I really felt like a real battle. Rogancy didn't let up. We were having fun. I mean, we were real good. We were chatting, having fun during the match. But it was an intense and competitive match. Rogancy was playing the Arctina, as I said. And he was taking prizes. I believe he got up to 3. And then, but by then, oh my gosh, the Dialga was powered up and ready to go with the Star Chronos. And I took 2 prizes. Went into our next turn, do some swapping. And I got another 2 prizes. So I went up to 4. And I was in the lead. And then we had a kind of this is where the back and forth took place. We both went down to 1 prize each. And I believe time was called and we was in the 0 to 3 round tiebreaker. And it so happened that Rogansi was able to pull off an amazing play by recovering his Radiant Charizard, nest balling it to the bench, hitting that energy and switching. And he very brilliantly placed a double energy on his B barrel and sent it up and was able to retreat and take the game. Big up Rogansi again. Carib Boy was on 0-1-0. Round 2, I went up against Arundel. Big up Arundel. And he was playing a Charizard and Incineroar EX combination. That was an interesting deck to see. And it was a really unfortunate game for me. The deck, the Dialga was functioning in terms of getting to Metang, but for some reason I couldn't get out my attackers and power them up. And so Arundel took his time, took his prizes, really couldn't fight back, and was able to just really topple over Carib Boy and take that game quite easily, I would say. Carib Boy 0-2-0. The third round, well, it was a win. And that's as much as I could say about it. Unfortunately, I did not get to play this game. What happened was my opponent had to leave during the round. And so he forfeited the round to me. Big up Stewie. Stewie is always a fun player to fight against. He has this way, sometimes he comes up with these amazing decks. He has these crazy ideas and puts them together, and it's really interesting to see him play. I'm sorry he had to leave, but big up Stewie one time. Carib Boy 1-2-0. My next opponent in round 4 was my boy Jaden playing the Chin Pow. And Jaden was a very formidable opponent. He took the lead early on, and to somewhat fight back, I had to use Star Chronos on my Dialga to try to catch up and pass him. I think I did go up one prize over what he took, but he took back that lead very easily and was able to topple over my deck. I really couldn't catch up to his lead after that, so he really dominated that game with his Chin Power, especially that Iron Hands taking, I believe Iron Hands took him 4 prizes because he would have used the Amp You Very Much, I believe, twice, if memory serves me right. And Jaden really played well to take that game. Carib Boy stood at 1-3-0. And at this point, I knew even the round before, I knew it would have been tough to get into top 8. But Carib Boy will never give up or drop from a tournament because of a bad performance. And therefore, in round 5, I bounced up one of my big rivals in tournaments. This is the third league challenge / cup that we bounce up each other, and that is Butcher. Big up Butcher one time. And Butcher was playing, oh my goodness, first time I get to fight this deck, Pidgeot EX Control. And I think he lived up to the name of the game. There was a time when I believe I could have won that game, but Butcher was really in control of that game. And I played right into his hand because he benched Radiant Charizard very early. And I was trying to figure out what this man played. But the intensity of the moment and the game are really just trying to win. So I think I should have targeted Radiant Charizard a little bit more, or maybe gone for it a little bit more. But then when I see how he played, every time I took out Radiant Charizard, he was able to recover it. He put Hero's Cape on it, and my big attacker was down at that time. And so every time Charizard came out, he hit me for weakness, 500 damage, and there was really no way to recover from that. So big up Butcher for what I call a really amazing deck. And Carib Boy closed the Swiss rounds at 1-4-0. Definitely not enough to make even a very high place. It was honestly disappointing, heart-wrenching, because this is the last cup. I am really passionate about doing well in this hobby, this Pokemon TCG. I'm very competitive about it, but sometimes that's how the game goes. And what about the meta of this Pokemon League Cup? at MVE Collectibles? Well, we had 32 players and a lovely variety of decks. We had a Great Tusk Mill, 4 Charizard EX, and out of those 4 Charizard EX, they had some little tweaks and individualities among them. You had a Charizard EX with Incineroar, and you had a very interesting build. I believe RJ played this, that included Mewtwo and Dodrio. Interesting stuff there. You had a Doon Moon in the dance, a Golden Go EX, 4 Chin Pao EX, one strangely with an Incineroar. Big up Kiado with the Cat Squared, as he called it, there in the tournament. We had 2 Dialga V-Star. I batched them together, so we had 3 variants of Arceus decks. There was a pure Arceus, a control Arceus, as well as an Arceus Giratina in this cup. We had 2 Lugia making an appearance, 2 Gardevoir EX, 3 Future Hands. We had a Future Box, a Scovillian EX, a Lost Box, a Glimora Poison, Tinkaton EX, Pidgeot EX Control, and one more Future Hands that I forgot to mention before was also in the cup. All players battle it out in 5 Swiss rounds, and then we had our top 8. Bigging up Matthew with Scovillian EX, Budram with Charizard EX, Brando playing Lugia, Chin with Lost Box, Sheka with the Great Tusk Mill, Joshua Fernandez with Future Hands, Firefox with Gardevoir EX. Our top 8. In the top 8 matches, Matthew versus Budram, Matthew came out on top with his Scovillian EX. Alongside them, Brando with his Lugia versus Chin with Lost Box. Chin came out the winner there in this top 8 match. Shaq with his Zard won against Sheka's formidable Great Tusk Mill. Joshua Fernandez with the Future Hands was just enough to get over Firefox's Gardevoir EX. And there we had our top 4 from that moment. Shaq versus Joshua and Matthew versus Chin. The winners of this match were Joshua Fernandez and Chin, moving on to the finals of our last Pokemon League Cup of this season. The finals was an intense battle. We sat right alongside them and looked on quietly as they battled it out. And our winner of this 4th of May 2024 MVE Collectibles Pokemon League Cup is none other than Joshua Fernandez with the Future Hands. Big congratulations to Joshua Fernie, as we call him. Really proud of him. Congratulations, sir, on your big Pokemon League Cup win. A big shout out to Chin as well for his valiant run with his Lost Box, his baby as we call it, the Lost Box King, the Tribal Chief. Congratulations, Chin. Both of these players were awarded a championship mat. Very jealous of these fellas, but hey, they really deserved it. And I want to just shout out one more time our top 8: Firefox, Fernie, Sheka, Shaq, Chin, Brando, Budram, Matthew, and a very big shout out to Matthew. Extra shout out for coming up with sticking with his favorite type, grass. Matthew always shows up with his favorite grass types and tweaks his own deck, comes up with his own creations, and it paid off big time, finishing in the top 4 of this Pokemon League. Big shout out to Matthew. Congratulations to all of our top 8 players, and a big congratulations to the community, the whole community, for showing up, showing out yourself. 32 players, all our biggest official Pokemon League tournament, and we really look forward to see where this community goes and how big it will grow. It was such a wonderful day at MVE Collectibles, and we look forward to the next one. The next one, we have our next Pokemon League challenge at VRG. Ole, come out. Let us create the biggest Pokemon League challenge at VRG. We climb in numbers each time we come out. Ole, this is a very proud and happy Carib Boy saying, if you know what to do, beat up that like button, bust a subscription. This is your boy, Carib Boy, out again.